I'm like, hold up, hold your horses. Who? Repeat yourself. You, Clara, is the one who stole my money? I'm like, girl, what? What's the problem? Me? Hello my sweethearts, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you missed me, hope you missed my stories. And so we're gonna have another story this week, and the topic is how I, as you see me, apparently, allegedly stole the most expensive watch in my high school. Yeah. Those were the accusations placed on the table. So stay tuned to hear what happened. Like, share, and subscribe, and sit back and enjoy the story. Okay? So back in high school, I had a front desk mate. We'll call her M. So M being my front desk mate, you know, the one who sits in front of you, we were quite close. Why I say well, because after this story, so we were quite close. We would talk, and she would show us even receipts of where she used to work or she would work, and yada yada, you know, the information people don't share with so many people. So this one time, she had this, let's call best friend. Let's just call the girl best friend. So she had this best friend, okay? The best friend was in Form 3, okay? So during this time, it was this best friend's birthday, okay? And they used to surprise each other with things, because when we used to go to functions, we could buy anything and the car would stop anywhere you guys wanted and you would buy what you want. So during this time, she decided, because it's now her birthday, she got her cards and got her a watch worth X amount of money. I won't say the amount of money. I think that's a bit too deep. But it was the most expensive watch to ever be in that school. It came in a red cushion, it had little gems and all that, yada yada. So she'd gotten that, cards, chocolate. She had gone out of it all for the best friend. So during these times, we were having exams. Just that time, around her birthday was still around exam time. So we had practicals that week. So we went, did our practicals, and then now you know, in practicals in most public schools, you all can't fit in the labs. So you go name by name by name. So the first group, I was in the first group because my name starts with a C. And then onwards and onwards. So I was among the first groups. So you will sit the first group, the rest will remain in class. When you leave, the other group enters the exam room and the other one goes to the hall, so that you all don't meet and discuss the answers. So we come back to class, obviously it's empty now. And because she had shown people the previous day the watch, this time they had decided they want to show themselves. So as you can imagine, they went to her bag, okay? and they removed the watch and everything, blah, 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 so that they could see this watch. Okay, me being seated behind, and I had already seen everything and had no need to see anymore, because even when she would come from the practicals and asked her, can I see, she would allow me to see. So I had no need. So the first we kept off, us especially because it was people from even other classes. We kept off and were like seated going through our own gossip, because as a class we had seen that watch enough. So people come, they say, they go through her bag, yes, they see the watch and they're checking for other things. They saw the chocolates, the mini and the cards, and also other things, but their main interest was the card, the chocolates, and the watch. So they go, they look, they're done, they go. I, being the good friend, I wish I never did anything about it. I would have just let them do whatever they would have done, okay? But I thought it's only nice if because I knew almost everything that was there, I put back everything the way it was nicely, because they were all just jamming it back in her bag. So I took her bag and I was telling everybody there were X number of chocolates, there were X number of cards, X number of papers, and the watch, I know all the components, so put everything back. Unawares to me, she had put 3,000 shillings also in her bag. The 3,000 did not come back, and since I didn't know, there was no way I could tell people there was 3,000, put it back. And then I put back her bag and we went on. Who last touched the bag? Me. The biggest mistake you will ever do. When there's such a thing, run. In actual fact, disappear. Let those persons' things disappear. They're none of your business. Okay? So I put the bag back and we continued. So there's this specific girl who had a tendency of stealing. Okay? So she went on to look in another bag, her deskmate's bag, saw sweets and other things, because her deskmate was sick and could not eat the snacks I told you in the previous videos we could carry. So she decided to help herself and help everybody else, and she was like, it's my deskmate, there's nothing much she will do. So she shared them out, we ate them, and we continued with our story, because we were like, hey, if she's offering us and she's been given permission, who are we to say no? Another big mistake. You better even go call the teacher and snitch, other than don't be in this scenario. Okay? This girl went ahead, and then there was this friend of mine. We used to exchange drinking chocolate and cocoa, because she liked drinking chocolate and I liked cocoa. She went ahead to put sugar and salt in this girl's drinking chocolate, because apparently she didn't like the girl and she thought the girl thought so highly of herself, of which was fine. Like, everybody should think highly of themselves. Like, it's your world, it rotates around you. The end. So she thought, this girl thinks so highly of herself, so let me humble her by putting salt and sugar in her cocoa. She does that and we continue. We are like, hey, that's wild. We go on, it reaches the time everybody has come back at around supper time. Everybody goes to eat supper as per usual. So as we're eating supper, afterwards we were supposed to clean. Or I think me and some other of my friends had punishment, so we were cleaning the dining hall. This girl comes and she's like, Clara, I have something to tell you. And I'm like, Zahil, what's happening? Like, why are you calling me like that.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
And she goes, you know, Bobo is looking for the people who are in her bag. Oh, and you know, before you put things back, I was the last person who touched it. And apparently, I think she has lost an amount of money. And so, I think I'm the... And I'm like, okay, why are you telling me all this? It doesn't pertain me in any way. Apparently, she had stolen the money. So, tell me why. I go back and this alleged friend of mine asks me, Clara, are you the one who stole from me? And I'm like, girl, what? Like, what? I'm like, no, I'm not the one. I was there when it was happening. I put everything back, but I'm not the one. Biggest mistake. So we come back to preps, we sit down, we are continuing. Suddenly I hear this girl call me outside, but then the other girl who had told me she had stolen never came back for preps. Obviously because she's in hot soup. So she never came back. So I'm seated and then she calls me outside. She's like, Clara, please be truthful. Are you the one who stole from me? I'm like, girl, I told you before and I'll tell you again, no. But somebody did confess to me. Another bigger mistake. I should have let her burn like there was never burning that could burn. I would have let her be stolen from. I would have not even cared about her well-being. So I'm like, but you know, P told me she was around your bag, and I think she's the one. That time, P is not in class. Like the suspect is already suspecting. So I continue on with my story, okay? I go, sit down, and I'm continuing with my preps. Suddenly, it reaches a time they're like, class, we have an announcement. We have an issue to solve.
Okay.
I'm like, cool. It seems it's time we go look for P. Tell me why this crazy girl stands up and she's like, you know, you people went through my stuff, but first of all, one of y'all stole from me. And I'm like, stole from you? Okay, continue. It's like, I had money there, 3 something amount, and now it's no longer there. Like, okay, wow, she stole that amount of money, because I didn't even know until then. I'm like, wow, she stole like that amount of money. Crazy. Tell me why. She turns around and she's like, you see, you, Clara, yes, you.
That would be me.
I'm like, hold up, hold your horses. Who? Repeat yourself. You, Clara, is the one who stole my money? I'm like, girl, what? What's your problem? Me?
God help me. Ow! Kajan, Maj! Kajan!
Anywho, she continues, blah, 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 blah. You will pay me back my money, blah, 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 blah. I know even if I tell you to pay me back the money, you cannot pay me back the money.
Oh, really? That sucks.
The other suspect is P, but P is already running away. Apparently, she's in Form 3 crying. She doesn't want to be called here. I'm like, okay. So if P is crying, and I'm here, who do you think is the suspect? Like, will I just sit here and let you catch me? Be effing for real. Anyhow, She's like, oh, no. So I go to stand up to talk to her and ask her. But then my friend tells me to just sit down and keep quiet. It's not worth the fight. She's already decided you are the culprit. I'm like, okay, cool then. And that was the last time I ever spoke to M, because that was the end of the friendship. How can I work so hard to put all your things together nicely, put account of everything to ensure nothing is stolen, and then you come call me the thief? They would have stolen your chocolates and everything. I was there guarding your things, and then I'm the thief. So even the next morning, she's like offering me juice, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you. Like at that point, I actually got totally disgusted, and I was like, no. And I remember in the previous video I told you, you will see where this traumatizing K got involved. So apparently K was a perpetrator, saying that it was me. She was the one adding the juice. It has to be her. She's a bad person. Okay, go be checked. So apparently Kay was the one who was adding gossip, the one who was telling her it has to be me. And I was like, girl. Anywho, Kay. So yeah, that's the story of how your girl here apparently stole the most expensive watch, or rather stole X amount of money from the girl who brought the most expensive watch in the school. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope to see you next week for another juicy story. We'll now divert from the accusations of stealing to something else. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I love you all. Like, share, subscribe. If you have something to say, put it in the comment section. I'm very active there. And see you next Monday. And this was My Story Monday by Mimosa. Bye bye.